Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. It's Chef Poul. Today with me is Chef R2D2. She wants to remain anonymous, and that's cool with us. I'm here with Chef Alejandro, and I want to have a quick discussion about dairy. A lot of people over the age of 30 start to get intolerances to dairy. Why? Because milk isn't necessarily something that breaks down in your body too much. What I often find when asked is somebody will put a little bit in their coffee in the morning, they'll put a little bit in their cereal, but that's it. They don't actually drink milk. They don't actually cook with milk. So when they go out to a restaurant or they decide to cook something with that has dairy, like a cheese sauce, they start running to the bathroom right after. They'll get their stomach really upset. And that's often because of the dairy. Chef Alex had a little bit of an issue last night because his sauce he had at a restaurant was based out of heavy cream. That's not that Alex did anything wrong or anything bad. It's just because he doesn't drink milk, and that's the one time he had a little bit of it in a product, and it causes a reaction. When you're young, your body can break pretty much anything down, and it's not going to be too much of an issue. As you get older, on the other hand, then you start to have some issues. And a big thing with that is you have to watch what you're eating or what you're doing. My recommendation to people are start saying, well, Paul, I'm starting to get upset stomach, or I'm starting to have issues when I'm eating these foods. That's an easy fix. I'm not going to tell you that that means there's no more milk at all, but maybe switch to almond, soy, oat, any of those non-dairy options. Try cooking with those. Try putting a little bit of that in your coffee. Try putting that in your cereal. It doesn't take that much. You don't really need that much milk in the day, but if you're going to make something, oat milk works great. You can get oat milk or almond milk, coffee creamer, heavy cream, whatever you're looking for, there's something for it. I'm allergic to milk, so that's my only option. As you know, Amy has recently had her gallbladder taken out, and the dairy really doesn't agree with her at all. Sometimes when our diets start to fluctuate and we need to change things, it doesn't necessarily mean we're not allowed to have it at all. It just means we have to look for another alternative. So I'm not a vegetarian, I'm not Mr. Soy by any means. However, what's worked for us has been switching over to alternative. Now, for example, we got a decently cheap nut milk maker. I can put a cup of oats, a whole thing of water. I think it's like 2 liters of water, maybe 2 dates. 30 minutes later, I've got 2 liters worth of oat milk. Lasts for quite a while. We can use this for cooking. I can use this for my coffee. I use this for my cereal. Amy drinks this with her matcha tea, and she uses this for overnight oats. So we use it, and at the cost of a cup of oats, big deal, right? It's cheap. So a really good piece of advice, especially if you're over the age of 30 and you're starting to notice to have some issues with drinking dairy, try oat. Try almond. Almond's great. It tastes really, really good. But it is a good alternative, and it's something to think about. So please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Let's make cooking great again. Let's start feeling better. Have a great day.